Hey guys, I'm Luke Soderling. I survived for 60 days in South America on a show called The Wheel. And I'm going out here with 23rd Veteran. We're looking to film some of the experience that these guys are going through. This is the first week of the 14-week program they're going to go on. We're going out to North Carolina. We're going to be sea kayaking, exploring, camping, and it's going to be a great time. Really looking forward to it.
Coming on this trip with 23rd Veteran to reconnect and in a challenging environment that's new to me. Really look forward to interfacing with a lot of veterans from the local community.
I've been doing more just existing other than living, so hopefully this will get me out living again.
I think I'm looking forward to is getting out of here for a little while, going to a new place, exploring, seeing new people.
I've gone through some different stages in my life recently, and I'm looking to get back some challenge and complete some things and get some self-confidence going.
Just trying to become a better guy, better man, better father, better, everything.
I'm looking forward to meeting some new people, which I've already met a few of, and just again see some beautiful scenery out in North Carolina.
And I just want to experience everything, and I'm just looking forward to everything. I think it's going to be an amazing trip.
This Recon program takes veterans who are having difficulties with PTSD and in interacting in society. Some of them have difficulty going to parks, some of them have difficulty going to grocery stores because of the environment and the stress that can come from the noise and the uncomfortable surroundings. So this program really helps them a lot in reintegrate them into society. The first step of this program was what we're doing here today, and for the next 6 days, we're going to be kayaking around the Outer Banks with Outward Bound. These are specially outfitted for operating in the Outer Banks. For the next 6 days, these 12 veterans are going to take these kayaks and they're going to be heading off out that way, and from Lighthouse to Sandy Beach with wild horses to places where there's dolphins, and I even hear that there's some sharks around, so if we're lucky we might see a few of those. But that's going to be their period of the next 6 days. This is the first step in that 14-week program.
And there's one up in front of your feet right here. So that divides the boat.
All right, Brett, so this was kind of a unique experience for you.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, you're from northern Minnesota, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so us Iron Range and Duluth boys, the ocean is a very different world.
Oh, it is, most definitely. We went out first time out on the water, and we had a little test where we would swim around the kayak and then get up on the kayak as if we flipped it over, and then get situated and in. And then after that, with the following test, we would sit there and working with the instructor, he would flip us over and then flip us right back over. And then there would be 2 other tests where we would flip over, have to pat 3 times, and then rub the bottom of the kayak as we're underwater. And the second time would be the same step, but we would release and jump out.
Last time I did that was probably 15 years ago, so it was good to do it again. It's a fun experience.
Yeah, the first time, got that salt water up your nose. Had to remember to breathe, but slow down and breathe. Pretty easy.
All right. Nice and done. Yep, stay nice and low. Beautiful. Rotate around.
All right, we got Jason here, and Jason, the big part of this was getting out of the water onto the kayak.
Yep.
How'd that work for you?
I struggled. We were picking on each other. It's like, but we still have that positivity. We're cheering each other on. People finally get it. Everybody claps.
Yes.
Good work.
Nice job, dude.
Being under the water, getting all that salt, and it was an experience. It was kind of humbling because I'm way out of my element.
Nice. Good work.
Are you a little leery about what's coming?
Actually, no.
Okay.
Being pushed right off the bat, I think gave me a real good confidence
That's awesome.
I feel excited, ready to hit the water, get going on this adventure. I'm fired up.
Another set, 3 of them, right by the green buoy. What a day. We spent probably 4 or 5 hours at least kayaking. Tell us, how do you feel? I caught that whole thing on film too. We'll send it to you. It was quite the journey. We had a lot of paddling, a lot of wind we had to deal with, some current, and the tide was coming in as well, so we're fighting that the whole way.
We were going left a lot. Had to recorrect. It was good. Yeah, we were trying to go right, and the water was pushing us to the left like it knew where we were supposed to go.
I'm really amazed that we were off this much, and it kind of saddens me. But our instructors let us fail so we can succeed tomorrow.
Which way was the current going? We had low tide.
All right, Brett, so what do you think? We had a good day today?
Oh, most definitely. You know, with this expedition, you just can't get everything handed to you. It's, here's some of the tools.
Yep.
We'll make sure everything is safe, and you'll learn some things on the way, and we'll teach you and make you better.
What do you think is the biggest challenge today?
We're off track.
Yep.
Not too far, but far enough.
How far do you think? I mean, we're supposed to be maybe over that way. I think maybe a mile or so.
Yeah, we shot an azimuth.
Shot an azimuth. Okay.
And then we had a couple of people try to keep that, and we shot the azimuth really far, and we picked a point. Yeah. And our instructors, they laid it out and kind of explained why we were.
Sure.
So then I think tomorrow when we're charting our course, we can actually kind of factor in some of that stuff.
We wanted to get to point A and we were at point B, and the wind kind of caused us to drift. And then we're still looking at that point, so now we're just kind of turning, and by the time we get there, we're off a little bit, right? Basically.
Yep.
You were in a tandem kayak. Was that kind of unique, kind of different?
I would say it's different, you know, but with my canoeing background,
oh sure, it
kind of helped in that way.
Sure, true.
But I've never kayaked.
Yeah, sure, it's a little different.
So yeah.
So now you just got 2 paddles.
Yeah,
you know?
And my hands got wetter.
Oh yeah,
because both of them were in the water
exactly.
instead of my top hat.
There you go. A lot of paddling. How'd you do?
I struggled probably the first hour or so. I was trying to keep up, but it's just so much more strenuous activity towards my back and shoulders that it made it more difficult, so I kept falling behind. I wanted to make it through on my own. I just couldn't do it anymore. I felt like I was being a waste of time, and I was going to hold everybody back doing it. So it's like I need to ask for the help and see what everybody else thinks.
Was it hard to get to that point? I mean, to come and say, hey guys, stop, we got to talk?
Oh yeah, I hate asking for help. I've always been that way, and it kind of feels like I'm letting myself down doing that. Like I'm kind of putting myself down, like I'm not as good as I should be.
But then, I mean, what happened as a result of that?
So instead of being in a little single kayak, I ended up going into a tandem with one of our fellow veterans.
Are you more or less likely to ask for help moving forward?
I'll be more likely, but I think I'll still be stubborn about it.
Okay, so it's still a work in progress. Right?
It's a work in progress.
That's right.
We got 14 weeks of this.
That's right. So what's happening next?
We're bringing our kayaks up on shore further, so if we do get high tide, or when we get high tide, they don't get drug out and kind of be SOL without them. And we are bringing stuff towards camp, which is going to be on the Atlantic coast side of the Outer Banks. And we're getting ready, setting meals up, tents, setting camp up, and I think everybody's going to crash hard tonight. All right, I'm not exactly sure what kind of seashells these are. I'm sure one of our instructors here will know, but I found about 4 or 5 of these. I'm gonna bring them home to my little girl and she'll have fun with them.
It feels good to say, I know the ocean. Or, I know the sound. But you don't. What you know better is yourself. And the ocean and the sound have helped. And that's it.
Thankful for a fire. Being able to sit around the circle and share a base joy with a crew that I know feels as strongly as I do, that like being able to be here in this circle and enjoy this fire is a big deal for all of us. So.
I'm having so much fun. It's hard work, we're tired, we're hungry, and we get fed and we get rest. It's great.
I used to kayak a lot when I was a kid, and so it's probably been, you know, last time I was in one I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and so I really appreciate being able to be out here with you guys and in a kayak again.
I mean, I'm hurting, I'm sucking air, I'm miserable, but God, I'm loving it. I need to get out and do more.
I'm kind of sick and tired of that mantra, oh, I'm a little broken, oh, I'm on the heel, oh, I'm a little broken. So just trying to keep that mindset. That's why I came here. One of the reasons why I showed up was not trying to defeat myself consistently. So this was step one.
Nope.
To the beaches!
Where we going? Is this facing forward?
It's amazing how much sand accumulates in your pockets when you jump in.
It's amazing how long the sand sticks around too. When you get home, you'll find sand in places for weeks.
Nice. I know what that's like.
I was gonna say, anybody that's been deployed knows what that's like.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a different sand.
Yeah, that's fucking moon dust.
Yeah, that's different sand.
Life is good.
The camera crew has to leave now. We're going to leave them for the last 3 days of their journey. As you can see them behind me, they're going to take off. They're heading to the lighthouse off in the distance there. So the next 14 weeks, we're going to check in with them during their workouts, during some of the weekend events, the different programs that they got going on. We're going to catch up with them again around graduation in 14 weeks. Working out is a big part of their rehabilitation, bringing them back to a point of self-reliance and strength. The guys here at IST go through a CrossFit program with these veterans. They've been working out here for several weeks and I haven't been doing much, as you can tell. So I'm really gonna have to step it up to try to keep up with these guys. Now you guys have been doing this for 5 weeks, right? You're 5 weeks in the program. What's your overall feel from kind of where you started to where you are now?
I'm not tired at the end of my workday anymore. I mean, I get done with work and I'm looking out, like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my whole day revolves around looking forward to getting here burn off that energy that I have in reserve.
I'm enjoying things and learning different things from the crew, and I'm looking at a lot of different things in a better, like a brighter, happier way.
Sure, right, okay,
You know?
all right.
So
I think we're all running a little faster and jumping a little higher and lifting a little heavier, and
Well,
it's getting really exciting.
I'll have to say that the first time, we met on the Outward Bound things, you guys were pretty soft, I mean, paddling a little bit, it was kind of rough. And I figured I'd come and jump in here and do a workout with you, it'd be easy, but hey, you guys put me to shame here today. It was brutal. You do the gratitudes every day. What does that do for your mindset?
It's so much easier to recognize the little things to be grateful for rather than the big things not to be grateful for.
And seeing that rolling over into my kids, like my 10-year-old is starting to say, well, Dad, it's all good because we have this and we can do this. And I'm like, you're right. That's all we got to focus on.
So that's interesting. So not only are you benefiting from this program, but it's carrying over into family life, into work, into other areas, and you're able to apply this other places, and people are benefiting from this in the world around you.
This was actually my first day here, and even just being able to be welcomed into the group and talk and meet Skogs and everybody here, it's really cool to be welcomed into the group.
After the 14-week program is over, what do you think as far as the relationship in the group? You think you're going to continue on as friends? I mean, what do you think?
I think so. Absolutely.
Yeah,
better.
Yeah.
You better.
it better, because it's going to be pretty sad if it doesn't, because we have this.
Hey guys, Luke here again. We're with 23rd Veteran at Dead On Arms, and we're going to be shooting some machine guns today. Now, there's a lot of questions on what does this do for veterans that have had issues with PTSD. This is another step along the way of them overcoming some of the fears and difficulties that they've dealt with. This may be a trigger for some people, and we're going to slowly acclimate them to using firearms again, and then we'll touch base with them afterwards and see how they're doing getting through the program. Thanks again to Dead On Arms for a great environment, and what a great time we're going to have.
Should have brought the 45.
There's some good ones.
Pressure's ready, don't worry about it.
1, 2, 3. All right, I had to figure out what's 3.
Just to be back in a range setting with this group that we've kind of formed this team, this family with, there's not really words for it, and to see the civilians and everybody kind of melding together, it's pretty magical. It's got puts a lot of stuff right here, makes me feel pretty good.
Maybe not. Got there. Still gotta go here.
It's mostly AA rounds shooting those right there.
Yeah, I gotta go.
It's hard to tell when I'm shooting with this guy.
Well, I don't know if that was
Got to hang out with some good people, shoot some cool guns. It's like a good stress reliever. Getting to see these guys a couple days a week, work out with them, do stuff like this. It's been good for me.
I really like this group. I was really nervous at first. Thought it would be really hard to be an outsider, but they're so welcoming and so warm and so fun.
I'm just a civilian participant. I'm trying to help the vets out, but I'm also getting so much out of this program. It's just been incredible.
I actually didn't realize that it would have such an impact on me as well. I joined because I wanted to benefit them and help them out and be that civilian that came in, and it's actually been great for myself as well.
Go ahead.
It's been a very long time since I've felt comfortable around things like this, and right now I actually feel really good. The whole program has really helped me a lot. It's the first time that I've had a group of people like this that I really trust. They are some fantastic people, and they've become pretty close to me as well.
I've been able to modify my life to make it happier using the book. Using this structure that it's not something that's just kind of thrown together. It's real.
And you just can't get the feeling from just thumbing through the book. Actually living the book has made a difference.
We're at Forging Community. We had the opportunity to sign up for a class through 23rd Veteran and Forging Community to make knives. First day, the big thing was, you're not working with wood, you're working with metal. So get it back in the heat.
I didn't know what to expect with this program. I've known Mike for a few years now, and I've known about the 23rd Veteran Recon program, and I actually am friends with a few of the graduates of the program, but I was a little bit resistant, and it took a lot of convincing on behalf of my family, my coworkers, and Mike especially, to get me to actually be a part of the program. But I have to say, I am so happy that I was actually able to be a part of this thing. It's changed me, I think, as a father, as a husband, as a person, as a friend. I've made some great friends and definitely some lifelong relationships, and I'm truly grateful for everything that this program has provided me. As a person that had to kind of almost get nudged a little bit over the fence to be a part of this as well, all I'm going to say is just do it. Seriously, there's nothing better out there in this area that's going to help you heal yourself inside and outside.
23rd Veteran Recon Group is graduating today. This is an exciting day. I'm so honored to be part of this and to be with these great folks here who have gone through 14 weeks of a rehabilitation program. They've been working really hard, and today we get to go down to Minneapolis to a VFW that's hosting us, and we're going to give the graduation ceremony to those that have completed the program.
Yeah. Everything with this group has been absolutely amazing. It's a life changer for me, life changer for my family, and I know each one of these men and women up here, it's changed their life.
When I started this, I had a goal. I wanted to learn to live again. I am extremely grateful. I haven't been this happy for a long, long time. So thank you, and I love you guys.
One of the things that I coveted most during my time in the service was the sense of brotherhood and family that I had received. These strangers quickly turned into family as well. And I'm extremely honored and humbled to be a member of this family. We came through this together, and we should all be proud of our accomplishments.
All right, Aaron, you made it 14 weeks. How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
It feels great. It's a big accomplishment for me, and it's also kind of sad.
Rebuilding that family type connection with a bunch of basically strangers, and knowing that you can carry that forward into your daily life. You can find a way to build that kind of connection with just about anybody around you. Week 4, they brought in the civilian volunteers, and within 24 hours, they're part of the family.
Oh, that's great.
You can carry that out into your everyday life if you so choose. And I think that was a big thing for me to realize, hey, everybody can be family.
It wasn't all perfect. I didn't make every session. Every time I showed up, it wasn't, I can't wait to work out.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So it was one of those things where it allowed me to approach life in general with more authenticity and kind of acceptance toward myself, allowing me to say, hey, I've got these things that I need to work on, but that doesn't mean that I'm back here. That means that I'm able to move forward.
And what really stood out to you as maybe the most, fundamentally the biggest kind of aha moment, or something that really kind of light bulb turned on during this program?
Seeing the difference in the other people. I mean, from our first day where everyone's a little apprehensive and they don't want to really talk and stuff like that, to where you see leaps and bounds.
Graduation is sweet but sad. Having everything completely done now isn't as rewarding as the journey to it. You know,
Yeah,
the whole journey has been incredible. It's not something that I'm, done with.
Yep.
Because I can't be. I don't want to lose it.
What's different now?
Everything's different.
Yeah.
The nightmares are down 90%. I don't feel anxious when I wake up in the morning. I don't feel like I need to make everything a mission. I'm happy, I'm smiling. In amounts that I haven't smiled like this in years.
I mean, from when we first met 14 weeks ago, you had long hair and looked pretty rough shape, and I mean, your wife cried when she talked about some of the experiences you had to go through, and just having a plan B for whenever you go out somewhere else, and the whole world revolved around that.
I see my husband again, so it's huge. My love.
At the completion of our time at the Outer Banks in North Carolina, these people had become something more to me than, just a bunch of strangers that got together. And from there, it's just been step by step, one thing after another. It has been progressively getting better every single day. The teamwork, the camaraderie, the exercise. There's something, look, the people who made this program, they knew what they were doing. And the exercise made it all come together.
So going forward, what can you take from the program that you can apply to life?
When we finished our Outward Bound program and I took my pin, that was actually my promise, was to use this to help other veterans.
Okay.
So I'm going on the next round. I'm going to North Carolina to do another Outward Bound, and then I'll be doing the next set of Recon program here in the cities. And so I'm gonna try to take on a little bit more of a role with that group. I'm gonna try to branch out and try to help other people. And then when that is all done, I want to try to do something to volunteer and help. It is a healing thing that you need to do.
You don't make a decision to succeed once. You make that decision thousands of times. They had this challenge set before them, and they showed determination. They showed toughness, mental toughness, and ability and strength, and really grew significantly through their whole process. I know these guys right now will see their life over this, and it's kind of a nice little curve like this upward, and they got better and better and better. But you know what I saw? Because I came periodically through, I saw big steps. And what a great opportunity for all of you here to be able to participate in that as well. We talk about having battle buddies and being involved in someone else's life. They had guys with them when they were in the military that helped them and supported them and were alongside them. Now you all get to be that person with them. You get to come alongside and partner with 23rd Veteran and other organizations that help vets and participate in that.
The future looks a lot brighter.